All right. Hello, everyone. We are now at the Rift Sourcebook number 2, Mechanoids, the motivations of the Mechanoids on Earth. Now, to start this off, we're going to do a little overview on the Mechanoid hierarchy, so we know exactly what we're talking about and who came to Earth and why. The estimated total population of Mechanoids in the universe is a paltry 800 million. Oh, and like and subscribe for a paltry 800 million. Hopefully dollars.
Yeah.
$800 million. This number is about 10% compared to past numbers, but then they have just made their reappearance in the universe. They continue to build their numbers. Okay. Now, on Earth, come over here. And
this is specifically Rift's Earth, right?
Yeah, this is specifically Rift's Earth. The Earth of Rift's Earth. This is where they are now, thanks to an idiot shifter.
You will tell that story, right?
Yeah, I'm going to tell that story. That's fine. Now, what happened was, I'm gonna tell it right now. There is an artificial intelligence called Archie 3, and he's based in what was formerly Aberdeen Proving Grounds in Maryland. He was a military AI controlling an underground industrial facility and what's the word? Testing and development.
Research and development. R&D. Okay.
Yeah. Our R&D industrial facility. And when the rifts came, he actually became self-aware. So he's interested in things he doesn't understand, and one of them is magic. Now, if you want me to go over Archie in more in depth, that's in Sourcebook number 1. I didn't want to do that, but to show you,
let us know in the comments.
Yeah, let us know in the comments if you want me to go over Sourcebook 1, and I will. Now, anyway, so Archie, in his brilliance, brought in a shifter. Now, if you don't know, a shifter is an occupational character class in Rifts whose main dubious ability is to open up rifts to different universes. Now, there's a problem with this. He can only open up rifts in 2 ways. 1, someplace he's been before, or 2, a random rift. So Archie paid this rifter to open up a rift for him inside his underground complex.
So Archie, a super mega smart sentient robot, computer, said, "Hey, can you open up a hole to another dimension here for me, please?"
Well, no, he did take some precautions. He had a whole bunch of combat robots all around covering the portal, which is great and all. That's fine. But he didn't really understand magic. The shifter was like, "You sure you want to do this?" Archie's like, "Yeah, do it." It's like, "Okay." So he opened up a rift. And the rift was big. It happened to be really big. You know why? Because shifters suck. This rift not only was inside the underground complex, it emanated up into the landscape above. And while a dozen or so mechanoids came into the base, several dozen more and a giant spider robot fortress thing also came through the rift up top.
How big was that rift?
It was at least, I think, 150, 200 feet tall.
Yeah, the shifter is probably standing there. Yeah, that was a good one.
But the shifter got his penance. He got his comeuppance, because immediately as the mechanoids inside the base walked through the bottom of the rift, they shot the shifter's head off.
Well.
But you know why? Human. Oh, humanoid, kill it. That's what happened. And then immediately these psionic robots started to merge with the mind of Archie before he could throw up defenses. He couldn't stop their access because he wasn't prepared for it. And they started to gain knowledge from him. He quickly blocked it, but the cat was out of the bag. Now they know Archie's there. They start talking to him. They realize he's not a humanoid. They're like, "Okay, you're cool then. You're gonna help us kill humans, right? Because that's what we do." Archie's like, yeah, sure. Yeah, kill all humans. Sounds great. Yep, I'll bender this up. No problem. Because at this point, Archie used his sensors to realize what was on the surface. This thing.
What is?
That is the Spider Fortress. Now, to give an idea, it is 1,600 feet tall, 853 feet in width and length. It weighs 6,000 tons. It has a power system of plasma energy that'll last 600 years, has 24 attacks per melee round. That's just it. That's just it. I mean, we're not talking about people around it. That's just it.
And it parked on top of Archie?
Yeah, it's parked right on top of him. So he's thinking if he says no to anything, he's screwed. And he's right. Because the only thing mechanoids hate more than humanoids are people protecting humanoids. Oh, no, we can't have that. Humanoids must die. So yeah, this fortress is no joke, and it has an energy barrier system that it doesn't. I think it's like 3,000 MDC that can be recharged. So yeah, none of the other major human-based powers on this planet have force shields. These mechanoids have force fields. All right, that alone makes them the biggest threat in North America. That alone.
So how are they being held in check?
Because the rift closed very suddenly once the shifter was dead. The rift closed. Only a few dozen mechanoids came through, and the Spider Fortress, and some robots and giant robots, but they were in the middle of a battle at the time. So they're damaged. They need Archie's facilities to repair their equipment. They need Archie's facilities to repair their machines, to clone new mechanoids, because without a shifter, they can't open up a rift again to call for reinforcements. They can't. So they have to make do. So they're using Archie as an incubator and repair station to repair and gather more forces to take over the Earth.
Okay, another question. Maybe so mechanoids are humanoid, right? Well, I mean, they get human. Well, no, human noggins in them. They got human brains.
They would say no, we are not human in any way anymore.
Well, they'd say that.
Organic brains.
Organic brains. All right. Instead of killing all humans, now that they're cut off, why don't they collect humans?
Collect them for what?
To be brains inside Archie Cybernet?
No, because their cloning technology is top notch. Why would they care?
Okay. Oh, okay. So they brought the cloning with them.
Yeah, it's in the Spider Fortress.
Okay, got it.
All their databases are in the Spider Fortress, and Archie with his R&D facilities and his industrial machines underground can not easily, but in time recreate everything they need.
Okay. That answers the question then.
And plus, using the humans for anything except target practice and torture is completely against mechanoid code. Just like completely does not compute. Humans are only good for two things: chasing and killing, and that's it. That's all they're good for. 100%. That's it.
Seems like the mechanoids might be a little grumpy.
Yeah, like I said, two problems: racial memory and psionic link with all mechanoids. This breeds an endless loop of greater generating hate. There's no reprieve. They're just going to kill humans forever as long as there's humanoids. They're going to kill them. All right. So that is what the mechanoids want to do. Now, the only thing stopping them or slowing them down is the fact that they can't get reinforcements. The Spider Fortress, which is an abominable thing, it could take over a quarter of North America by itself if it was in pristine working order, but it's not. They were in the middle of a fight. This thing is damaged. They need to repair it. They need to create more of themselves. They need to repair their technology first so they can get their cloning vats online and start making more people, and then retool Archie's industrial machine to make make mechanoid bodies that they can put the cloned goo into. But give them a year, and they're going to be like a swarm of death, just locusts who hate anything with arms and legs, and they're going to kill everything that stands. And Archie, while he's not a big fan of humanity, understands that Well, he lives here too, and he kind of needs humans a little bit, you know, because there's some itches he can't scratch. You know, he needs to have his oil changed every once in a while, you know, and he can't do that himself. Some of the stuff he just can't do. His robots can't do. So he understands humans are a necessity. Mechanoids do not understand this at all, at all. And on top of that, mechanoids will devour and destroy all of humanoids on this planet, and then use the rifts from here to go to different multiverses and do the same thing. And if they
So,
ever figure out a way to scientifically open a rift, oh my God, the
so if,
multiverse is dead. The multiverse is dead. If the mechanoids get a stranglehold on Rift's Earth, the multiverse is going to die because they're
is
going to
it
get everywhere.
is there an update to this without spoilering everything that kind of talks about what's happened with the mechanoids since this point?
There,
I mean, this is one of the earliest source books.
yeah, and even in this early source book, they talk about there was a schism inside the mechanoid culture. The reason being is because there was in one cloning sequence there was a mistake, a cloning mistake, but this mistake wasn't caught. And after millions of clonings, then it was discovered that some mechanoids just don't have the hatred for humans that others do.
Hmm.
They're considered good mechanoids. And they fought against the regular mechanoids because why are we wasting our time murdering humanoids? We could be doing so much more. And the other mechanoids, what are you, stupid? The other mechanoids are like, what are you, dumb? There's humanoids still out there. We got to murder them because they're out there. And the good mechanoids were like, but just because they're out there doesn't mean we have to kill them. We just don't go to them. We go somewhere else. There's so much more in the universe we can discover. We don't have to murder people. We can just find cool places to
What's
be,
the percentage of those?
minuscule
Okay, that's
compared to the vast majority of all mechanoids everywhere. But it was enough. It was enough to vastly reduce the number of mechanoids in their home universe. So much so that it's been a couple hundred years, and the mechanoids are just making a comeback because some of them, some of the regular mechanoids put their elite in stasis. So when their race died out, the stasis was undone, and now the mechanoids are starting to repopulate again. And some of those are now who are on Earth. No good mechanoids are on Earth. Nope, we got the bad ones. Yay!
that's
We
good to
got the
know.
bad ones.
Okay,
And
so
and good
you're not
mechanoids,
going to have any good
no,
mechanoids in the coalition.
no, good mechanoids even then is a stretch. They're just not homicidal.
Oh,
That's the only good part about them. They're not pure hate-driven machines of death and destruction. That's all that is. So that is what they're doing and what they want on Rift's Earth.